following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona, this is Brother Mike. I'm back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. May God bless you. Thank you for your time today. Today's Bible study is on Trans Baptists. The invasion has begun. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? I need to make a couple of announcements while you're calling. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in Central Phoenix. We're on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road, downtown Phoenix area. HardcoreChristianity.com is our website, and on the website you can find all of our ministry services. If you ever had any interest in getting into the healing and deliverance ministry, your training program is now available. You can pick it up on the homepage of the website. 18 training sessions from Brother Mike, prepping you to enter the healing and deliverance ministry. Thursday nights is our healing room at the Arizona Deliverance Center. It starts at 7 o'clock. It is a highly anointed service. Brother Rick's there covering it. Friday night is our teaching service for our radio listeners. 7 p.m. I do the teaching Friday nights usually. I'll see you there. Don't forget about our YouTube streaming channel. That will have not only my Friday night teaching on there, but all my past archive teachings are on there. Also, you can pick up the radio archives on the website. You can hit the PayPal button and send us another donation, as you have been for the last, 17 years now. Started in 2002. And also sign up for our next free seminar, which is on the mysteries of divine healing. And remember, Sister Karen's on the front page of the website, the homepage. She's ready to sell your house for you and list it for you. Thank you for all of you people who have been kind enough to refer some people to her. We're very, very grateful for that. Trans Baptists. Wow, that's a new trend in the coming apostasy. Did you see this article in the paper? Check this out. It says, quote, an Ohio Baptist church this summer called a transgender pastor to lead its church, making it one of the few Baptist congregations in the United States to be led by a minister who has a gender identity different from their birth gender. Peace Community Church called Erica Saunders, a graduate of Wake Forest University School of Divinity, and then held an official welcoming service this month for Sanders, according to Baptist News Global. I'm sure your subscription is up to date on Baptist News Global. That's why I did this article, because I'm sure you're familiar with it. The congregation was founded as First Baptist Church of Oberlin in July of 1866 and is affiliated with the Baptist Peace Fellowship of North America. Also affiliated with the Association of Welcoming and Affirming Baptists and the Allegiance of Baptists and the American Baptist Churches of Rochester. Now, I know what you're thinking now. Boy, that's a lot of different kinds or denominations of Baptists. Hey, you haven't even begun to scratch the surface. There's over 60. There's over 60 different Baptist denominations. The largest one is the Southern Baptist. Can you imagine that? There's over 60 of them. That's incredible. That's religion gone crazy. The article goes on to say, quote, the Pastoral Search Committee reviewed 16 candidates and narrowed it down to 2. Can you imagine that? Now, are you telling me that you had 16 people apply for the job as a pastor and you couldn't find one qualified applicant in the 15 others who wasn't transgendered? Really? Back to the article there, quote, both candidates were very strong applicants, but Erica stood out as a candidate with unique strengths. She's bright, compassionate, faith-filled, and spirit-led with a loving presence. She showed as much interest in each of us as we did in her. At the end of our time together Sunday, we formed a circle and said a departing prayer And I think we felt that she felt a sense of calling to our church. The letter said Saunders is one of the first openly trans women ordained in Baptist life. Saunders' passions, the letter said, include preaching, the study of Christian origins, and LGBTQ education and advocacy. Really? Quote, the congregation changed its name to Peace Community Church in 2000, and a name it says reflects the evolving nature of the church and better communities communicates the church's mission. That mission, it says, is to reflect a vision for the church that understands work for peace and justice, and the commitment to build a community that welcomes, nurtures, challenges, and endorses all as an integral part of following Jesus. That's what it says on their website. Here's what the Word of God says about most of these Baptist denominations. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Do not be soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by a spirit or by word or by a letter from us, as the day of Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day will not come except there come a falling away first, so that the man of sin may be revealed. The man of sin may be revealed, the son of perdition. Now that verse is very interesting because Paul is warning born-again, spirit-filled Christians not to be shaken in mind. That's the Greek word tarasso. It means to be agitated or shaken up or stirred in your mind. Don't be troubled neither by a spirit. In the Greek, it actually says through a spirit or through a word or through a letter. The Greek word for letter there is an epistle. Paul was warning the church not to be shaken because of the coming falling away, which is the Greek word apostasia. It's the great falling away. The apostasy is coming. And if you were at the Deliverance Center a couple of weeks ago, I taught on the pre-tribulation. We're currently involved at this moment in the pre-tribulation. The end times, the last days are currently here. And you can see it clearly in the signs of the times, particularly here in America. America is being overrun by demons, and Satan is taking command of this country like you can't conceive or believe it. If even 20 years ago, 25 years ago, not 50, America is becoming an unrecognizable place. The spirit of Antichrist has swept over this entire country. All they want to do is throw out Christ and Christianity out of everything. Everything. Yet at the same time, never saying a word about other religions, particularly Islam, because people fear Islam. They fear the violence of it. They fear the retribution of it and the vengeance of it. So nobody says anything about Islam, even though Islam is far more critical of homosexuality and transgendered than Christianity is. It's not even close. In the Middle East, homosexuals and transgendered people are executed or put in prison. Can you imagine that? There's a great apostasy coming, and the Baptists and the Catholics, of course, are leading the way into this world of bizarre apostasy, this falling away from the Word of God. Transgenderism is sweeping the country, particularly in California, and there's been no scientific research supporting transgenderism. There's absolutely no scientific research supporting this concept. A recent study came out, and I did a radio program on it a couple weeks ago, about genes that seem to indicate someone in the womb could be born gay. But the research also indicated that the genes alone cannot predict it, and that family environment and social environment are also factors that generate homosexuality. Well, that's flimsy research to try to prove that people are born gay. In fact, the research study proved that people are not born gay. And I've explained that numerous times on radio programs over the years. Homosexuality and transgenderism is caused by spirits that attack the person and enter the body either in the womb or in childhood during periods of trauma. These demons are capable and they're powerful enough to morph someone's sexuality from being a heterosexual to being a homosexual. If these spirits enter the womb and enter the fetus before birth, the person then seems as if they're born gay, because as they grow up, they never had any kind of romantic or sexual desires for the opposite sex. That's because the sexual perversion spirit entered the fetus in the womb, and the person never knew anything but that. How do demons enter people in the womb? Well, it's through the sins of your family, your parents' sins, your grandparents, your generational curses, your generational sinning. All these things draw spirits into the family tree. They then enter the tree, and then they cause similar disabilities, illnesses, injuries, or mental illnesses right down through the family. You'll see a similar pattern of sicknesses or illnesses. That's how the system works. Sin from grandparents, sins from prior generations can contribute to spirits in your family right now. So, for example, if you look at your family tree and you see a pattern over the years and the decades or over a century of poverty or certain sicknesses or divorces or criminal behavior or mental illness, you see a pattern of it, that's caused by these generational spirits. The Baptists and the Catholics are going to lead the way to the great apostasy. It's coming very soon. But what's more important than that is you. You need to change your life right now and become a warrior and a conqueror for Christ. You need help doing that? Hey, go to the website, and the 18 sessions, training sessions, is now available. It's right on the front page of the website. 18 sessions to be trained in the healing and deliverance ministry. It's time for you to stand up and be counted.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.